Hi, my name's Tiffany, and I work for Escambia County EMS, and I am a medical coder. And a medical coder is responsible for looking over patient reports and getting it out to insurance so we can get paid for the transports that we make. I deal with patients who have been transported in an ambulance. My typical day involves reviewing patient demographics, making sure we have the right addresses, the right insurances, then reviewing our patient care reports to make sure they're complete before we can actually bill an insurance company. We got to have the crew signatures on file as well as the patients if they authorize this trip. Then reviewing the patient care report, actually reading it, reading the narrative. And then from there we kind of decide what codes we assign to what treatment we actually did. And then we actually have another code that we assign to the actual diagnosis or why we transported the patient. The biggest stressors that you'll find in EMS medical coding will be keeping up with the insurance regulations. Those change every year, as well as your medical codes. A code may be good this year, but not a good code next year because the government does change those codes. The other stressors that we have is patient information. We have to remember patients are being transported in an ambulance, so we don't always get the correct date of birth or the correct name, or they may be unconscious and they're John Doe. So those will be the biggest stressors that you will see. Working hours are really great. It's basically an 8 to 5 job, Monday through Friday. No usually any overtime. Nice to go home to your family. In order to work in this career, you will most likely need a 2 or 4 year degree in something like health information management. In order to be successful at this job, you'll need great organizational skills, as well as time management, keeping things flowing from one patient to another. You'll need a good understanding of human anatomy and physiology. You're going to be reading a lot of medical terms. You'll need discretion. Your next door neighbor doesn't need to know who you transported or what patients you're working with. You'll need dependability. It's important that you show up every day to your job and you're excited about your job, and you'll need excellent typing skills as well. The worst part of this job will be reading 70 to 100 patient care reports a day and people that are transported by an ambulance. There's never any good reason we transport patients, so you're going to read a lot of bad things every day, and you have to learn to leave that at the office. It can either make you a better person and make you go home and appreciate your friends or in your family, or you can just take it and it becomes a problem in your life. The best part of the job, helping patients out. They did not ask to get transported. So the better job you can do in coding, figuring out which insurance to bill, help them get payment plans set up or anything like that, helps them out ultimately. My final advice is to take a great medical terminology class or pay attention and learn your medical terminology. That is going to be the foundation for any career you choose in medical coding, whether it be with an EMS and ambulance service or any other doctor's office or hospital. The reason why I really like ambulance coding is because we get to see everything. We don't just see OB patients, we don't just see our mental health patients, we don't just see trauma patients, we see everything. Whereas if you're working for a ear, nose, and throat specialist, all you're going to see is things related to the ear, nose, and throat. So it's really, really exciting to work in this field in ambulance coding.